Hello and welcome back to another Tackling Health session. My name is Holly and we're on lesson 4 of our Tackling Health. Today we're going to use what we have previously learned in the last few sessions to think about what it is that is important about having a healthy, balanced diet, and also about the negative impacts that sugar can have on the body. We'll also be looking more specifically into the health risks that too much sugar has on the body, and we'll talk a little bit about each of those so that you can understand them a bit more. Okay, so to start with, I'd like you to get a piece of paper and a pen, and we're going to have a few questions as a warm-up. So our first question of the day is, what foods and drinks contain sugar? So I want you to write down 2 or 3 things that you can think of that have sugar in them. Can be a food or a drink. Second question, are smoothies and juices healthy or just villains in disguise? Write down your answer. Third question, where can you find nutritional information from the food and drinks you choose? And lastly, I want you to order these drinks from the highest sugar content to the lowest sugar content. So now we're going to look at a few of the favourite drinks that people might have, whether it's every day or maybe just as a treat. And we're going to look at how much sugar is in each of those drinks. Okay, so now we know a little bit more about the sugar content of drinks. I want you to go back to the original question that we had at the beginning of the lesson and have a look at the order that you place these drinks in. Now what you know, would you change the order of these drinks? And if you would change anything, write down why. So maybe you've realised that there's more sugar in something than you thought there was before, so you can reorder them. So we know that too much sugar is going to be bad for us. So let's have a little look at some of the possible associated health risks that excess sugar has for the body. So our first one is tooth decay. So we know that if we have too much sugar, this can lead to tooth decay. Tooth decay is damage to a tooth caused by dental plaque turning sugars into acid. If plaque is allowed to build up, it can lead to problems such as holes in the teeth and gum disease. Dental abscesses, which are collections of pus at the end of the teeth or in the gums, may also develop. Heart disease is another. Coronary heart disease is the term that describes what happens when your heart's blood supply is blocked or interrupted by a buildup of fatty substances in the coronary arteries. Coronary heart disease is a major cause of death in the UK and worldwide. Type 2 diabetes is also a very big risk if you have too much sugar in your diet. Type 2 diabetes is a common condition that causes the level of sugar in the blood to become too high. It can cause symptoms like excessive thirst, needing to wee a lot, and tiredness. It also increases your risk of getting serious problems with your eyes, heart, and nerves. It is a lifelong condition that can affect your everyday life, and you may need to change your diet, take medicines, and have regular checkups. It's caused by problems with the chemical in the body, insulin. It is often linked to being overweight or inactive, or having a family history of type 2 diabetes. Additionally, some cancers can be caused by having too much sugar in the diet. There is some evidence that consuming large amounts of sugar is associated with an increased risk of certain cancers. Eating too much sugar can also lead to weight gain and increase the risk of obesity and diabetes, which may also increase the risk of cancer. So let's have a little look at food labels. So food labels will usually be on the back of a product. They tell you how much energy, this is the calories, that each item has. It also tells you about the carbohydrates, the protein, the fat, and also the fibre amount. We can also see the sugar amount on the label. Using food labels, of course, we can look to make healthier choices. So now we'll do a little quiz. I want you to answer whether or not you think these are healthy foods or unhealthy foods. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And lastly, number 5. So we'll go through each of these and we'll see whether or not they are actually a healthy food choice or an unhealthy food choice. So just to recap today's session, we are now more aware of the importance of a healthy and balanced diet, good oral health, and we know that being physically active is amazing for health and well-being. We also know that foods and drinks provide different energy amounts, and these can be seen on the food labels by using the information provided.